What is up, ladies and germs? Welcome back for another video. Today, we are playing Standard. Yep, Standard. That's where we're at. I got us here a Selesnya green with some white. The new hotness with Ice-Till Explorer, Might Form Harmonizer, the Lumbering World Wagon, Earthbender's Ascension. So you have your standard elf cub combo. And so there is the Landfall package. So you have Saz Chocobo, you have Mossborn Hydra, no Tifas, which I'm reluctant to admit because my baby girl has to sit on the side for this one, unfortunately. But, so the big growing threat is our Mossborn Hydra. We're looking at Trample. Trample being the most important thing that we can do. And that's going to come from our Earthbender's Ascension. Whenever this enchantment enters, Earthbend 2. Then search your library for a basic land card, put it into the battlefield tapped, then shuffle Landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, put a quest counter on this enchantment. When you do, it has 4 or more quest counters on it. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. It gains trample until end of turn. So we're looking to really pop up with the Lumbering World Wagon, and then the double powering of the Might Form Harmonizer. Ice-Till Explorer because you don't play Landfall decks without it because it's just the nuts. Additional lands each turn. We have our Escape Tunnels, Passages, and 1 Evolving Wilds. A couple bossing save for just those things. I am actually trying the Abandoned Air Temple in case I run out of gas and just trying to go large. We're trying this one out more or less, but there is a possibility that this should just be a basic land of some capacity. As for Origins, that gets milled over by Ice-Till is kind of the idea there. And we wonder why we're playing white, and it's for some interaction, really. So Shelter by Ghost, and in our sideboard, we have our Rest in Peace split-ups, Seam Rips, Felidar Retreat, just to get a little cute, because, you know, we're adorable, and that's what we do. Pick Your Poison, just a good modal card. Royal Treatment as our protection spell of choice. Over Snakeskin Veil, I do think it's about the same thing. I almost like Snakeskin Veil a little bit more because it doesn't put a permanent on the battlefield like that can be removed sometimes. But I do like that how it just inevitably gives Ward 1, which I guess is just what makes it better than Snakeskin Veil. And so, yeah, we have some ward things going on in here as well with the Shelter by Ghosts and so on and so forth. So we will see how this does. It is kind of the hotness right now, but let's get it in some best of 3 gameplay. See what we get ourselves into. All right, getting in here. Might as well go live in Twitch and have a little fun there. If you guys like what we do here, please like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate any of the feedback at all possible. And once again, I'm MTG Flux, so please, please, please provide happiness and or feedback. We'll play first. Ugh. Ooh, if I had an elf, I would keep a 1-lander here. But we like lands in our Landfall deck. This is fine. Keep 6, put back basic, pass the rock. Elf go. One of my favorite turn 1 plays. In Standard, especially right now. Let's go ahead and play our little friend here. Take 1. Bat, take the Hydra. This is actually interesting. That's a pretty fine draw. I think we're going to fade the escape tunnel for this next turn when Saw's Chocobo can attack. Oh yeah, gain your life. What do you got? Preacher. Yeah, I read the modes. We can go ahead and get to our planes here. Earthbend. Let's go ahead and do some of this. Play our elves. Pass turn. Bossing and Say actually looking pretty good, yeah? Seam Rip. Getting rid of Badger Mole. I'm actually kind of cool with that. Shelter by Ghost would be nice. Give me another Badger Mole. Unholy Anox. Take your 2. Moss. I'm okay with this. Get a little landfall trigger. So they're gonna have to deal with this Hydra. I did kind of just burn through my goodness, didn't I? Tapped lands, nice to see, so they cannot. Well, LG Acolyte seems good. And they draw cards. So let's go ahead and do some of that. Hold on. That seems good. Let's hit with the Burge. Fine trade for me. I mean, Ice Till Explorers when I would pop off here. Ooh, just pass. Well, I can't tell that's terrifying or they don't have a lot. Aang's Iceberg, Mossborn. Okay, I mean, that's pretty good. I'm surprised they... That's curious. Well, Fabled Passage not looking so great. I'll go ahead and swing. Yeah, probably swings weren't magnificent. I mean, we drew the lands that we wanted, but the being in black have access to a lot of these things. Like the Seam Rips, Iceberg, Ketramos. It is making more sense now, so... They're killing me with Deep Cavern. Bad, that is for sure. They are playing super scared. Wow. Okay. Oh, yeah, they, well, that's not seeming too great. Hmm. Yeah, they got a full grip here. There is not much I can do. Bat. What does a Shelter by Ghost do for me? Really nothing's, considering they have a full grip. Okay, so let's go to game 2. Alright. This gets rid of their little ding-dongs. Maybe the Esper Origins can go. Two or less. I mean, this really doesn't do much for me, does it? This just plays into their Ketramos, so don't think that's the right thing to do, y'all. Is that all I want to do? Doesn't seem like a great sideboard plan. Maybe having more copies of Shelter by Ghosts is the thing I should do. This is a good hand. No fetch lands, but okay, cooking. Get Ice Till next turn or the Harmonizer. The Pick Your Poison is going to be pretty good against these bats as well. I almost think they take the Harmonizer, yep. Ooh, that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and get this gassed up a little bit. Next turn, I can Ice Till into land. Preacher. Well, that's kind of promising, right? Mellow land. Oh, not just any land. That's pretty good for us. think you have to block there. You were right. Can you deal with both? That's interesting. So I believe they got something here. However, not what we're looking for. Not what we're looking for. Almost. It's going to be close, Captain. I mean, we caught them. Maybe they cited the annexes out. Okay. Okay, get my counter here. Pick your poison. Is it worth trading with the Acolyte? Well, let's find out. Oh, that really doesn't do anything, does it? They gain 5. Trade with my land. Elspeth. Make a 2/1/1. Land go. Ains Iceberg. Targeting. Probably Earthbender's Ascension. I mean, they both kind of give me trample, so, but that also draws me cards, so touche. That's interesting. Okay. Let's put that guy out. I mean, enchantment of their choice. Mana value 3 or greater. Royal treatment. That would have been a nice draw. Four mana bangers. What do you do here? What are we doing? No blocks? Disappointing. This is fun. No more lands. I'm gonna have like 3 left, I think. 2. Here go, bud. Yeah, maybe drawing the royal treatment would have been the cool thing to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 5 to 11. Oh, I'm dead. I guess not. Well, that was a whoops. Yep. I honestly don't know what I could draw here. Land is definitely not it. Okay, let's go next. Really was lacking the interaction, or they had plenty of interaction. We had nothing. They drew well to get to their big baddies. And a good spread of removal as well. So those are the beats. I still like the Tifa deck better. It's just faster. It can combo faster. It just adds more pressure to combo. And I kind of think that we just play the 4 of the royal treatments just for the protection. Because if I untapped any of those turns with a protection spell, they're just blown out. Because they were timid about sacrificing their Elspeth to destroy any of my creatures because it would have killed their Elspeth. But if I would have had a royal treatment in hand then, instead of milling it over, we would have been cash money. And it was a bummer that they sure. His hand's close, could be too slow. Next turn, probably land World Wagon. Nowhere to run. We got Rakdos and a 1-drop. Yikes. I think I want to throw this out. I mean, either I pop off next turn or I... Okay. Well, that's terrible for me. What am I, just dead now? 5. So, dead to removal spell. Okay. Seam Rip seems pretty good. Probably 1 pick your poison. Let's get the heirloom out of here. Esper Origins out here. World Wagon. One can get out of here. Yeah, let's get in here. Not looking great for the home team. I don't think our draws have been that great neither. We'll try the play first thing again. Hand seems pretty good. Sweet. We'll get our planes here. Take 2. Take 2. Guess it's really unnecessary to do it like this because I took my Esper Origins out. That's what they're doing. I'm kind of feeling pretty good with this. Hmm. I think we're holding on to that guy. Cool. That was weird. The Might of Might Form Harmonizer. Actually, I am quite silly because I'm only. Well, I guess I can get the Abandoned Air Temple to be my second planes for my split ups, but I can't even really afford to play split ups here. Hmm. I think we run it back. Hand seems fine. Don't kill me fast. Well, there's Cecil. Saz Chocobo. Noblux. Take two. Take two. One drop. Huzzah! I kind of think I leave up Royal Treatment here. Doesn't look like they played a land. So what, they're going to take two? Another one of those guys. Interesting. Huh, let's get Bossing Say. Shelter by Ghost. Take him away. Eat my lifelink. Leave up Royal Treatment. Let's give him some laughies. How much of a jerk do I want to be? Oh. Well, when you're gonna pop off and throw a temper tantrum, I will just sit here. I ain't got nowhere to be. I'm just hanging out with you friends. Well, we managed to be Rakdos land screw, which I hear is optimal in the, the standing meta at this moment in time. So. Ooh, look at that. That's fancy. All right, let's give her another whirl. For the one time. Oh, I'll play first. Thank you. Yeah, you got to count your blessings when you can get them. It's not a... Ooh, they're on a mulligan. These are interesting sleeves. Saw's Chocobo. What the hell am I looking at? Well, ain't that about just the most interesting darn thing you've ever seen in your lifetime? I'll attack. What did they use their man? Oh, slick shot? Okay, they're trying to beat my face and herd that bird cat. Get my planes. Feel like this is going to be a quick match. Attack for 3. See if they can have a burning response here. Because next turn, Harmonizer's going to get a little disgusting. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You cannot block with this. Do I warp Shelter by Ghost? Probably not. Let's get this big baddie down here. Well, friend, that can't block. Well, kind of did the thing. I had a suspicion that Seam Rip's going to be pretty quality in this match. I think Esper Origins maybe just a little too slow. I think maybe we cut a Saw's Chocobo. And call it a day. I mean, definitely looked like a aggro something, another slick shot deck. I mean, just like most decks, if it's not going to be interacted with when I'm having the game plan of doing big bad things, I'm going to win most games that way. The game that we lost was against a deck that this hand is... It's okay. Ley line. Oh, am I dead? Oh, this is actually pretty good. Do you bolt my bird? No. Okay. Let's see what we're working with. I suppose let's find out who's faster. So they can pump out a lot of damage here, that's for sure. Okay. Destroy my artifact. Yeah. Double, I'm dead. Okay. That was a pretty good start for me too, but they're obviously a ley line deck. The herd heirloom doesn't seem great there since they have that kind of game plan. Looks like they're just running it back. See if how many ley lines they get it out of their opener. Yes, I'll play first. That was nice, thank you. Pick your poison may be fine. Okay. Tapped land, turn 1. Not so great. Okay. Landfall elves. 4/4 drops isn't a good look. Okay. Precarious, but you know what? This is kind of okay. If you don't kill anything, I'll be able to get like my ice till out. If Badger Mold doesn't die, you will see how strong it can be. Wild Ride, okay. Pop off. Dead. Pretty good. That's the best I've seen Firebending Student be. That's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. Man, I smoked him game 1 and then woof. They put the hurt on me the rest. That's how fast this format can be. And so, yeah, guys. I think the Tifa deck is a little bit better in here, but they are definitely onto something with Might Form Harmonizer. I think this does have legs. I didn't really utilize its warp ability. It's just 1 cheaper, right? But I don't think that's nothing. I feel like you're 1 mana away on some of these big pop-off turns. So I do think utilizing its warp actually isn't a bad thing. Badger Mold Cub continues to be the absolute nuts. Sauce Chocobo still holding strong as a strong threat. You got to deal with it if you're going to let it go for a little bit. Sheltered by Ghost in this deck was okay. If I'm being honest, guys, I don't think white is quite the answer. I think there's going to be a better variation of this. I really do. However, we're on to something here with the Might Form Harmonizer. I think that this can have play. And Lumbering World Wagon's gray, but so we have the things that give like trample, like the Herd Heirloom and like the Earthbender Ascension. I think this card is the truth. in these kinds of decks. I just think it does literally everything you want it to do. I actually think this actually needs to go into the Tifa deck 100%. But if I'm going to have to pick the two, I think as of this moment I would pick the Tifa deck with leaning on more protection spells. I think that is just the right thing to do. But this isn't a bad alternative. I think the sideboard's actually nice and matches up well against various, control things like Rest in Peace for like the Jeskai Dragons, the Shiko decks out there, and things like that. Same with the Soul Guide. I think having 2 Rest in Peace and 2 Soul Guides is probably a bad mixture of too much of the graveyard hate, especially when it's been tamed over the bannings of, the past 3 or 4 months, blah, blah, blah. Seam Rip, I do think is important to bring these in during these mono red games and stuff like that. Pick or Poison, actually, I think is one of the more versatile sideboard options. I think it just deals with a lot. And I do think it's a strong power and green sideboarding. Ultimately, that's what we got. I appreciate you guys hanging out with us today. And until next time, we will see you all in the next video. Catch y'all later. Peace.